Hi everyone, it's Ryan. Last time, we explored how the Tanegashima musket was introduced to Japan, a weapon that would change warfare forever. But there's a part of that story history often ignores, the role of ninja. Today, we're uncovering how these shadow warriors not only embraced firearms and explosives, but actually helped reshape the fate of Japan. When muskets first arrived from Portugal in 1543, the samurai were skeptical. They saw the matchlock musket as crude, dishonorable, and unreliable. Why trade centuries of sword and bow mastery for a noisy, slow-loading foreign weapon? Many refused to even touch it. But ninja were different. They didn't care about honor or tradition. They cared about results. They experimented immediately, learning to fire muskets from concealment and combining them with the primitive explosives. Bombs, incendiaries, anything that could create chaos on the battlefield became their tools. This created a unique tension. Samurai clung to the old ways, fighting in rigid formations. Ninja worked in shadows, disrupting the enemy and testing new technologies. On one side, tradition. On the other, innovation. And it was this contrast that would tip the scales in some of the most critical battles of the era. Take the siege of Odawara in 1590. Toyotomi Hideyoshi aimed to consolidate Japan under his rule, but the Hojo clan's fortifications were legendary. Conventional siege tactics alone might have taken years. This is where ninja made the difference. Ninja infiltrated the Hojo defenses, gathering intelligence and spreading misinformation. They secretly sabotaged the supply lines, set small fires, and planted explosives to weaken the castle's fortifications. The Hojo thought their defenses were secure, but from the shadows, ninja were systematically dismantling them. Imagine the battlefield. The Hojo samurai stood in strict formation, fighting by the old rules of war. But from the shadows came sudden cracks of musket fire, striking from unexpected angles. Small explosions ripped through their lines, sowing confusion. Thick smoke rolled across the field, blinding defenders and breaking their morale. Panic spread. Forced to stretch their troops thinner and thinner, the Hojo exposed weak points. And that's where Hideyoshi struck. Victory didn't come from brute force. It came from chaos, carefully engineered. One famous tactic involved luring enemy units into confined valleys and setting traps with fire and explosives. Ninja used these techniques to turn terrain itself into a weapon, ensuring minimal risk for Hideyoshi's main forces while maximizing enemy losses. The combination of firearms, explosives, and psychological warfare was decisive. The Hojo clan's defenses crumbled, and they surrendered. Hideyoshi achieved a swift victory, consolidating his power and unifying much of Japan. Ninja had quietly reshaped the course of history. Without charging the battlefield in full armor, they changed how wars were fought. So next time you think of ninja, remember, they weren't just assassins in the shadows. They were innovators, strategists, and agents of change. Samurai may have resisted new technology, but ninja embraced it, spreading firearms, using explosives, and influencing battles that shaped Japan forever. Now, imagine if ninja existed in today's world, armed with modern technology. How would they change our cities, our politics, our wars? That's a story for another time. If you enjoyed this dive into ninja history, hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. And remember, history isn't just about what we see, it's also about what moves in the shadows.